So for the first part of this podcast, you're hearing iPhone audio. Hey, welcome.
Boom-ba-dum-bum.
Podcast. I don't know why I say the number. It's usually cut in the podcast. I start with the meat now.
What about the potatoes? Tell us about the potatoes.
Oh, some buttery potatoes.
Wait, buttery potatoes? Like mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some stuff to talk about this week.
Yes. There's some stuff that's important. Less other stuff that's less than. But it's important in my life, god damn it.
Spider-Man has the mic. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's being picked up here. Yeah, what do you got to say?
I was live with the bugle!
We should just get a cardboard cutout of like Harrison Ford and then just put the mic in his...
I think I'm way too excited. Why did I scream that? Okay, but speaking of that universe, the fictional universe of cartoons, video games. Isn't it funny? Like, okay, so in a video game, for some reason, I've noticed this a lot more than once in video games.
Yeah.
But it's the convenience factor. So it's like it's like you're trapped. Let's say you're trapped in a chair. Next thing you know, your character breaks out, and then he breaks out of his containment, and then he sees the bad guy like take off in a boat. And then for some reason, a boat's right there for him, ready to go.
Oh, yeah. No, that just reminds me of Leon. Oh, no, Ashley went to the island at the very end of the game. He sees a boat. Ada has the keys looking for these. It's like, wow. What would he do without that? A long swim, I guess.
Like, the Uncharted series was terrible for that. It's like, somebody's taking off for some reason. Vehicle right here with the keys in it. It's like, what the fuck?
James Bond is also notorious for that. So many conveniences. Especially the Pierce Brosnan era where he's like, I don't know, paragliding and skiing down a mountain for some reason. And it's like, why was he doing that? I just want to rant about this Pierce Brosnan movies. I love them, but oh my god, what?
There's other things that don't make sense in video games. Like gun progression in video games will never make sense because you kill people that have better guns, but you never pick them up. It's the same as in video games when there's like a barrier that's like a suitcase on the ground. It's like, why can't I cross this? And then it's like on the other side's like the end of the level. So it's like you get to the end of the level, you look on the other side of the stupid fucking suitcase.
That's
and there's the start. You're like, what the fuck?
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, it's like, it's right there.
Don't you dare talk bad about Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, that's sacred, of course.
Cute.
What?
Crash Bandicoot.
No, Resident Evil 7. I guess you know a little bit about it. I don't know if did you beat the game?
I know the gist.
You get a chainsaw, but you got to use the chainsaw to escape the room. And then the boss chainsaw is suddenly not usable anymore. And it's like, yeah, I would like to use the chainsaw to kill the zombies in this game, please.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing that happens a lot. You use an item and then for no reason.
Boom, they find up some excuse to get rid of it. God of War 2, you start with all your awesome shit from the first game at the end game level. He gets drained of all his powers, and you see his health bar. Boom, 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 boom. It's just like, why?
Oh, there's also things that I really dislike, like... There's something that Onimusha 3 does that's great, that Onimusha 1 does that sucks.
Okay.
And Onimusha 1, what they do is that you get the final sword.
Yeah.
That's like the best sword in the game. Right?
Okay.
But you can only use it on the last boss. You get it just before the last boss. So, and there's no new game plus with the sword.
That's what the first game?
The first game.
That's what Majora's Mask does. You get the Fierce Deity Mask, makes you a god, only can use it in the final boss.
Like, what the... at least give a new game plus with that item after.
Well, that'd be so much fun.
Right?
Yeah.
But what 3 did was that it's like, okay, so pretty much what it is, you have to do this whole big challenge tower in the first game, then you get this ocarina, and then you fucking blow the shit out of it, and then you get the final sword, and then you fight the boss, and then it never comes back. But in the third game, what happens is that you do these challenge towers, and then you collect these orbs. Now, in New Game Plus... you get all the swords that were in the original game in the third game to use in New Game Plus.
Oh my god.
Now that's cool.
So you start New Game Plus and you just suddenly have all these weapons.
Yeah, 3.
You can use 10.
You have 3 swords that aren't even in the game, only in the original game.
Yeah, so that would be a surprise. That seems pretty good. People should work on the New Game Plus. Make it fun. Make it wild. I want the infinite rocket launcher of Resident Evil.
Yeah, and how about you start working on those things that I heard of as kids? where it's just like, oh, punch in this code and then everybody's naked. Make it happen.
I can't say I've ever heard of that.
You never did, where it's like, oh, Sims cheat. It's like, oh, if you put in this cheat, you can watch them actually fuck.
You just find this code in IGN. You're like sweating as you put in the game. Like, I kind of tried it, and then nothing happens. You get like infinite score.
That was a huge thing at one point, where it's like, for some reason, every game people was like, oh, there's some cheat that you can see them naked. And it was just like some like blurry picture that it's like they could possibly be naked. And it was like, we all wanted it as kids because we were all hormonal. And we like, that was before there was, well, I don't know. That was when there was, porn was still easily accessible. But the computer was in the middle of the living room.
We had dial-up.
Our porn was slow. We watched people fucking 144p in slow motion.
Wait, slow motion. Also low quality.
The low quality and like.
Speaking of Resident Evil, though, and this is what I bring to the table.
Are they naked?
New movie news. We haven't had movie news since the 2022 sort of mediocre movie, Escape from Raccoon City.
Wait, is that when that movie came out?
Yeah.
2000?
I think so.
2002?
No, sorry, it's Welcome to Raccoon City, not Escape. Although that would also work. More than Welcome?
Why the fuck did they go like so rock and roll Guns N' Roses with that title?
Yeah, welcome to the jungle. No, it should be Escape from Raccoon City, or just Raccoon City, or not even that, because it's technically
or just
games.
Resident Evil. And that's how the movie should start. Actually, I think that's how 2022 started.
Oh, wait, is that right? Is that how that started? See, it did some things right, but it did so much wrong. So we finally have more news. And they are making a reboot movie, which means they're going to be doing a trilogy at the very least, right? If it's a reboot movie. Reboot in general, right?
You know what I would do? Okay, me and Christian have been fantasizing about owning this franchise for a while and being the showrunners and doing this right. But what I would do is, you know how it's like before the movie starts, they always have like their studio, whatever, things. I would have one that is just a Resident Evil screen, and it's like Resident Evil, and it says start movie. And then you press it, and it's like Resident Evil.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
And that plays at the beginning of every fucking movie.
If only DVDs or Blu-rays were, DVDs, where they had special features, go with special features, and it's like special features. It sounded cooler in my head, where it would all be like a video game
replaced by Spider-Man.
That'd be pretty sweet. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Barbarian. I've seen a little bit of it. I know it's good. It's a good movie. This writer's other work I've never seen. It's a very like obscure romance, random stuff. But the bromance? The Barbarian movie is really good. So like, it's kind of in good hands, but it's also in the hands of someone who hasn't really said that he's a Resident Evil fan, that he knows the series, and so what if he does his own thing, kind of deal?
Well, it seems like it's in the hands of somebody.
What?
Looks like it's off.
What the fuck? Okay, so why are we holding these? So for the first part of this podcast, you're hearing iPhone audio.
I guess we should explain what happened. So our audio was all fucked, and this happened once before, and we're back at it again with the shenanigans of the audio.
Won't happen again. It's going to be powered forever now.
But at least it's just the first 10 minutes.
That's
I guess
true.
We'll have to put something at the beginning where it's like.
So Zach Kreger, writer of Barbarian, and now future writer of Resident Evil. One thing that worries me about talent like this is that it's like, are you going to make it your own? Are you going to do the Netflix thing? Or are you going to actually like read the source material and try adapt it properly?
See, and I feel like people are going to be like, this is the warped mind that I feel like Hollywood has. It's like, they're going to be like, we already gave them. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to say that in their head. We already gave them Resident Evil. Now it's time for something different. And it's like, no, it's not. You never gave us it in the first place. Yeah, it's never been done.
No. They adapt video games like they adapt like books, like Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings to try to be more. That's a bad example. That's a great one. But like other books, like Hunger Games or Percy Jackson. All these are books, and like people are always like, yeah, no, they got books. It's like people don't even know about the books because the movies are more popular. Slobbering like fuck, give me. So it's like, okay, Resident Evil games, video games need to be adapted in a unique way. You can't do it like the same as books. It's got to be more exact to the game and a little,
You know what I was thinking about? Someone said that the perfect casting for Leon would be Robert Pattinson, and they're showing how he would look in the role.
I think he's too old now.
Yeah,
he could do Resident Evil 6 Leon.
I just think if you had an actor
that
like
adapt Resident Evil 6 for the movie.
Everybody would be so the first movie back they do 6.
Zach Kreger's like, this is one of my favorite games. Oh God, don't do it.
But I am nervous. This guy. Okay, so what I checked up. Actually, I looked at this guy's filmography yesterday, and he had 2 movies that were notable. One was 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. The other one was like 93.
The other one was Barbarian, I guess.
One was Barbarian. The
Okay,
other one was
wow.
Miss March, a raunchy comedy from 2009.
Let's hope he learned a lot from since then.
And Hugh Hefner in that movie won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actor.
Ooh. Yeah,
man.
I know he doesn't have a long list of credits. They couldn't get somebody better.
But maybe this guy is like, and like, you know how Jordan Peele excels in comedy and also really good in horror. Maybe this guy's like the
True.
kind of like 50-50, just sucks at comedy.
That's true. Barbarian's a pretty scary movie. It also has like some subtext to it.
See, maybe this is real, where they're like, oh, you know, these hilarious people are like tortured souls, and then maybe that's why all these comedians are just really good at making horror movies.
Yeah,
all the demons inside.
I guess so.
So, what would be the best Resident Evil movie so far?
Oh,
that came out?
Yeah.
Sorry, is that excluding the animated?
One will always be really cool.
I guess ignore animated because those ones are a bit easier to
They're
make.
continuations. They're not adaptations.
Oh,
They
they
continue
are. They're
the
still
story
in the
of the
canon of the games.
Yeah.
But one will always have a place in my heart. They didn't go too hard on the Alice stuff and the superpowers.
Yeah.
It was a little bit closer. Also, Apocalypse holds a big place.
That's number 2, right?
Yeah, with Nemesis.
Yeah, that one's really good.
That was the look of Nemesis in that movie was amazing, and his portrayal was great. They didn't have him say much. He was walking around with the stars,
and
fucking Jill Valentine was hot as fuck in that movie.
And you get the Alice motorcycle scene.
Don't tell me.
I know there's a lot of good, but the Alice is so strange.
And plus, in the first Resident Evil, they are the ones responsible for the laser hallway in Resident Evil 4.
Man, can you imagine Alice not in that Apocalypse movie? It would just be a regular Resident Evil adventure. Like, you got Jill, not a super human.
The thing I hate about the first one, like, I don't like when she just like runs on the wall. Like, even I thought it was kind of cool at the time, but I was like, what, 8, 9 years old? When she runs, like, it was like, what the fuck happened? Like, out of nowhere.
Well, this is from what I like. They never said this, but this is what happened at that time was The Matrix came out. And then every movie tried to be the fucking Matrix. So they put Matrix shit in Resident Evil.
They straight up had that scene with Wesker when shooting the bullets at him.
Which was like, we were like the generation at the time of when those movies were coming out. Everything was Matrix. Whenever we were like play fighting outside, it was all Matrix shit.
Even Shrek had a Matrix scene. So it was very popular.
It was very culturally significant. Like the Matrix was ingrained in everything. That horror movies started doing it. Other action movies started doing it. And then they it seems like the Matrix never captured the magic of the first movie after in the subsequent sequels.
Oh, I know.
But sequel, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was getting close to what it needed to be. But with to me not good casting and a like the actors, like it wasn't really like anything to do with it seemed like the actors were very inexperienced and that they weren't suited to the roles.
And also maybe rely more on real stuff instead of CGI, because like that CGI Birkin was terrible. CGI Lickers as well. I think they were in that. Not good.
Wait,
yeah.
I know you can. What was the stupid thing Leon used a rocket launcher inside like an enclosed space, or what the hell was it?
No, but that what he did there was accurate to the game.
See, I would be willing to forgive it if I was more having fun with the movie, because I would be like, oh, ha, ha. But at the time, I was just like, Wally, what the fuck just in Peter? I don't know what I was like. I was more like,
because
who is this Leon?
Well, I hated like they told the first and second game basically kind of fused the stories, but it was like weird watching it because you're going back and forth. Like, okay, so this is part of the first game. Oh wait, no, it's kind of the second game now. Oh wait, what the fuck's going on? And
well, the thing is, people at face value take Resident Evil as, oh, it's a zombie game. But it's not. It's so much fucking more than that.
It is.
And the first game was also a mystery.
Yeah.
And there is so much that can be adapted in that first game with Lisa Trevor, the Wesker, the background of Oswald Spencer, all of that shit.
Yeah, like the guy that made the traps. Making a movie, you can adapt all of that and the main game, like the backstory to the mansion itself.
Exactly. You can make a 2.5 hour fucking thing out of the first game. But to think that they combined 1 and 2 is stupid, because and then they sacrificed Leon in that first movie, because to make him incompetent,
I know,
was a ridiculous decision. Ridiculous, because he is considered to be one of the most popular characters, and he had such a significant role in the second game, and that he was the hero, that they made him a side character, which was supposed to be his own game.
Yep. He should be like Mr. like Goody Two Shoes, like Captain America, like an idealist that doesn't know, he's new to the job. Instead, he's like, what was that? No, I think we talked about this before. Man, we have the conversation a lot where the zombie was walking in and the zombie was not listening to music, but it was Leon. And there was but just tonally, it was a strange scene of Leon bumping to some music and a zombie walking in on fire. It's like singing some very happy rock and roll song. Is this?
Yeah, the only time Leon showed backbone was when he fired that rocket launcher, and then he gave like some shitty catchphrase at the end or something. He was like, "Woo, like that's what's up," and it's like, "What the fuck?" But that was accurate to the game, because they have like the big mutated Birkin at the back of the train. They fire a rocket launcher and they blow it up, and then they get away on the train.
Yeah,
that's what happens in the game, and I'm pretty sure that's what happens in the movie. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that is almost a shot for shot from the games, which is very cool.
I forget so much of the second game, or like the ending, because I just remember fighting Mr. X, I think, on that elevator thing going up.
Oh yes, yeah.
And is that the end, or is there?
I don't think Mr. X
there's
is
more
in that movie.
Not movie.
Oh, you're talking the game?
Game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that's like shirtless Mr. X. He has the arm and he's chasing you.
Yeah, you would remember that.
Yeah. It was. He had his Dragon Ball moment where he just like, shirt off. Now I'm stronger. Here we go.
Yeah, he was. You fight him on that elevator, and then he mutates, and you have to fight him again, and then he's like latched onto the train, and then you have to like blow him up with a rocket launcher. But the reason why, because I still think I haven't completed that game fully, and none of us have, because you have to play through the game with Leon, and then immediately after that, play the Claire B-side.
Because I remember the train sequence.
And then there's...
Did I do both then, I guess?
I'm not sure. I know I did it, and I hated doing the Claire run. Holy fuck. I did it just to say I did it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah,
just because you're doing the game again.
If you play as Leon, Claire's side is shorter, right? And plays Claire,
condensed.
Leon's side is shorter.
But
yeah,
I believe we've said this ad nauseum as well. The correct play is Claire first and then Leon.
Oh, is it Claire?
Because Leon's supposed to finish the game. And then to get the true ending, honestly, I watched the ending to that game and it felt fan made. Like, we should watch it after. It's weird. They're like walking down the road talking with fucking Sherry, and they're just like,
it's like, yeah, I guess we'll go our separate ways.
It's just a weird conversation. Please go watch it. I didn't like the ending that much, but
yeah. So like, do we have hope? It'll be good. Resident Evil. Zach,
I always have hope.
Krager.
You always gotta hope.
I have a hope that they start with Resident Evil 0 and we get the fucking leeches and we see that guy sing opera in the fucking field.
Oh god.
Unless they make I don't know.
Why don't they adapt like a smaller Resident Evil story if you want to be less ambitious?
Honestly, if they did 0, they could start that train sequence and have one of the coolest openings of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that would be like the Uncharted 2 opening of Resident Evil movies. That's what you have to make that.
Just recreate it 1-to-1. They're doing it with Lion King in live action. Do it for Resident Evil. That's all I want.
The only thing with Resident Evil that gets so strange is like, it's true, face value. You're taking it at face value, like zombie game, but it's like there's secret laboratories, and a lot of the fucking zombies are animal based. Like in Zero, there's a big scorpion, there's fucking frogs, there's big plants you fight. Like you have to lean into the goofiness, and you have to take it seriously.
I know it's got to be like, I don't know. It's because like when I was a kid, I always saw it as like a zombie game because I only ever played like the first 2 hours for the most part of the first game. But there's so much more. Like there's mosquito monsters, just giant scorpions, evil sharks.
I was gonna say, like, that's why I want a retelling of the first game, because people who don't know the first game, when you get to later in the movie, you're gonna start seeing those like amphibian things and then the sharks around.
The hunters.
And they're like, what the fuck is this?
Plant 42.
Oh, if they adapt the carnivore zombie, what are they called?
Oh, the Crimson
Heads. Yeah, it's like
just anything where it's like, like say the character grabs like the chemical and like throws it into the thing. Seeing that in a movie, like, it'd be fucking amazing.
Oh,
any sort of a game objective.
Yeah, can you imagine at the beginning of the movie he goes around, kills some zombies, and it's like, it's good, I shot him in the head. And then it's like you read something and it's like, burn him, and it's like, okay. It's like, I thought shooting him in the head was good. Then later on in the movie, one of them that he shot just stands up and it's a crimson head, and he's like, holy fuck,
I know,
that would be fucking sweet. And I want to see
the
parts. I want to see the mansion, I want to see the residence, and I want to see the lab. Lisa Trevor's house too.
Yeah,
true. Man, did you know there's a mode, I think, in the official game where, you know, the forest character, the STARS member that dies and he gives you a grenade launcher? He chases you throughout the mansion.
That's right.
I don't remember why. I think I shared it in the Discord. I forgot what it said though, but there's a scenario where that happens, and it's so weird. So that's a little trivia.
It's like New
for those
Game
that know that
Plus.
game.
Yeah, if
It's a
you
New
beat
Game
it
Plus.
2 times with Chris and Jill, I think you unlock it.
Then he just chases you.
He chases you.
Yeah, it's called, but it's only for the first half of the game, and it's called One Deadly Zombie or some shit like that.
And there's invisible mode. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
That's fucked.
Because he chases you and you can't shoot him, or else the whole mansion blows up.
And if he hits you once, you're dead.
Damn.
And I was watching that video you sent. Jill's trying to like push the statue, but he's coming and she's like, run around.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
just think about that. Forrest is the strongest zombie in Resident Evil. He's stronger than Wesker, pretty much. Well, Wesker wasn't a zombie in Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be monitoring news for this. I want to know what's going to be happening with it.
But yes, if we finally get the adaptation, it's time that this is done right. There's been way too many adaptations. It's probably the video game series that's probably been adapted the most.
I guess that's true.
Well, yeah, because of how many
think
movies.
about it,
and TV series, and
because like Resident Evil like 5 with Alice probably adapts Resident Evil. Okay, bad example. Resident Evil 7 with Alice probably adapts 5 with that scene. You know, the shower scene with with Alice. Sorry, with the public shower scene. Bad choice of words. Yeah. No, where there's that big zombie with the axe and he chucks it. That's the same zombie from RE5 who walks around. He's the executioner.
Oh, and we laughed our head off at that scene. Yeah, that's the music. Bam, 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 bam. And it did that for like 4 minutes, just the same beat. And then they shoot him and he falls down, and then the music goes away, and then we're like, okay. And then he stands up and the music starts playing again.
Oh, I know.
Bam,
His
bam,
theme
bam,
song
bam,
starts
bam,
playing.
bam.
Those movies. Here's to having hope.
There's good in those movies because there is something cool about seeing a 1-to-1, because that axe guy from the game looks identical.
It's almost like they struck the right tone with Wesker being a campy motherfucker, and like that's what you want for the whole movie. But like Alice was there, and then that is stupid. The writing was bad. The boat, and it's like, who cares about the boat? This is all generic zombie plots. That's like not Resident Evil.
Like if you Paul W.S. Anderson. If you wanted your wife or girlfriend in the movie, just make her Jill then.
I know that. Yeah. Make her Jill. Don't give her superpowers. There you go.
I remember being pissed about that actually, like when I was like 8 or 9. When I was going to watch the movie, I was like, "Wait, is this Jill? No, it's Alice." I remember thinking like, "Well, no, that can't be it. It has to be Jill." And then like eventually learned, no, it's a different character. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Because we held the RE1 remake so dear. I swear that was the game we played probably one of the most.
Still,
I remember we turned the lights off, little
yeah.
fucking CRTV, and I remember watching the opening because we loved the opening where the zombie sits up and, and shoots and it lays back down.
Very unnerving game to play even to this day. The atmosphere is that strong with it. The music, like, ooh,
I think I'd
so
beat,
good.
I beat the game last year. Kind of want to play it again now.
Might have been 2 years ago. Like our time base is all fucked up because
Yeah,
I think we played that before Dead Space. And like we were just talking, Dead Space was almost 2 years ago, and me and Christian have been like, we'd have no idea what. We play a lot of games. There's nothing wrong with the Dead Space remake. It's better than the original game.
Yes.
We talk about it in high regard at all times, but we can't fucking finish it. Me and Christian end up picking it up once a year and playing it for another hour.
I know.
Christian was laughing because last year he said he did a stream where he's like, okay, back into Dead Space. I played this game about like a year and a half ago, so here we go. Played it for an hour, and now it's been another year.
I know. I've got to do an update for my like 2024 Halloween session or something. It's a good game. It's 1-to-1, and well, that's the thing is like it's not. It feels 1-to-1, but there is a lot of added to it. It's just for the first half of the game, anyways. It's just so hard to get through it. Because I like the addition in hindsight of the main character talking now because it adds more flavor to it.
See, I don't even remember the game that much because I kind of blend all 3 games together.
Well, Dead Space 3 is vastly different.
3 is co-op.
Yeah, 3 wasn't even that.
And it has a really
anymore.
stupid love triangle throughout the entire thing, which is annoying.
3 it's not more like Resident Evil 5, it's more like 6. Very action based, very like that kind of mechanic-y shit. But it's just like 2 is prime Dead Space. I was really hoping to see a Dead Space 2 remake because that to me is the perfect Dead
2
Space
is
game.
good. 3 just went to microtransactions and like other bullshit and it has a really bad reputation.
Yeah.
Even though I think it's a fun game. It's like RE5 a little bit where it's fun with co-op, 2 people. I would like them to actually make an adaptation to a movie because they've kind of done it with that. What was it called? It's not Prometheus. It was like it had a name like that. It came out early 2010-ish. Really good movie. It feels so much like Dead Space, but it's not Dead Space. But it proves a point. You can do it, and you can do it right.
I feel like if they did a Dead Space movie, though, it'd feel like Romulus.
Oh, that's Romulus. Oh, which one? Oh, that's
Alien Romulus that came out recently. I feel like it would just be very, very similar.
Nothing wrong with that. We don't have that many scary horrors in space.
Although the outfit or the suit that you wear would be kind of cool to actually see.
Yeah, and also
stasis.
You have to have just dead silence.
Yeah.
Like that's what it has to be. And you only like it's dead silent and then you hear these things. That's got to be the most important thing is the atmosphere in those games. As well as if the fucking trailer for that movie, if it comes out, doesn't have Bullet with Butterfly Wings by Smashing Pumpkins, I'm boycotting the fucking movie because that was one of the coolest trailers I've ever seen. Is Dead Space 2 Bullet with Butterfly Wings?
Oh yeah. So the movie I was thinking about is called Pandorum.
Oh yeah.
Great movie, and it feels just like Dead Space.
High praise.
There's, also creepy ass alien people that are look at the what do they call them, necromorphs. Why is this? It doesn't work anymore. But yeah, no, it's good.
They're wearing necropants.
Are we gonna watch Hard Eyes in theaters?
I would love to go see Hard Eyes.
Hard Eyes.
Yeah, I saw it apparently I saw it in the trailer. In one of the trailers, one of the characters says something like, "Oh, I think he gets off on this shit." What? So I think that's going to be kind of the angle of this slasher.
She thinks he's start jerking.
Okay, how interesting.
Like, I wonder if that's going to be like this. What would you call it? Villain?
Well, I think most serial killers get off on it.
Yeah,
I think that's
aren't
like
they all kind of happy with what they're doing?
She says it, and then like you look at the villain, and his eyes go like heart, because obviously they're heart eyes, but they're like glow and stuff afterward. Looks like I don't know if he's getting off on it, but so this movie might be a little comedic.
Would Freddy Krueger fit the same category?
Oh, he gets off on it.
Yeah.
Jason doesn't. Jason, it's more instinctual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
Jason
with
has to.
Jeepers Creepers. He gets fucking
he
off on it.
loves
Holy fuck.
He feeds the fear.
He loves
Feeds on the fear. It's powerful.
Like you
powerful
just see him, he's
message.
like,
yeah.
but yes, Hard Eyes. I'm loving that the slasher is coming back.
Mhm.
It is. It feels like it's in full force. It feels like a lot about the good era that I liked of movies is coming back. 80s and like now we just need mob movies to come back and shit like that because that was the good
That's
shit.
true. Mob movie, like those are so rare now.
Yeah,
those
it's like,
slashers they're making a return.
and okay, so
Could use more.
this is why the slasher and that had like disappeared for a while, and this is why I feel like this is really good. It's just that like for the last 10 to 15 years, all movies have been predicated on making as much money as possible. So that means you have to spend a shit ton to make a shit ton.
Right.
Instead, people aren't focusing on paying 5 to 10 million to make a movie to make 30 million. They don't care about that 20 million anymore. They want to spend 50 million and make 250.
Yeah, they're risking way more.
Yeah.
I don't believe the reports that Captain America: Brave New World cost like 140 million to make. No way in hell. With all the reshoots, that shit's at least $500 million. Fuck you. There's no way it's that cheap. I don't believe you. They're lowering it because they know it's going to bomb. Like they don't want it to bomb.
No,
That's my conspiracy.
100. That's my conspiracy. Yeah, but that yeah, I hope we're trending in that direction. We
I
need
hope
more
so.
movies that have lower budgets, that take risks and stuff like that. Because if we're not heading in that direction, all the movies are going to be the same. They're all going to be this high budget, follow a fucking due
know.
process, and
Yeah.
come out to try to make as much money as possible by appealing to stuff. And then we're just going to end up in a sea of fucking mediocrity and what's it, another word for it? Similarities.
Bullshit, yeah.
It's all just going to be the same shit. So you need these small projects that have heart and that have a director's vision rather than all studio focus. We need these $10 million movies that could possibly make $100 million because they're so good.
I don't know
We
why,
need the word to mouth.
Why aren't they trying to make it more efficient?
Wait,
I feel
word
like-
to mouth.
word to mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, word
No
of mouth.
way. What? Yeah, I don't know why movies are so expensive now.
Is-
They just make it more efficient.
Is Thanksgiving 2 coming out this year? I think the first one came out 2023, right? And then they say it was coming out 2 years later.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah.
I don't know. I think I heard
Unless it got postponed. But
Eli Roth was taking his time.
God, fuck.
I almost said Elon Musk.
That guy's had a bad week.
Oh, that guy, so silly.
He loves the jump.
He's gonna start shooting the movie in March. So
So probably not.
that if they crunch it,
No, honestly,
I know, but it feels like it.
I don't know.
Yeah, if they do crunch it, but I feel
No.
like that's pretty. If shooting in March,
like what 2 months of shooting?
Oh, yeah.
June,
No, I was gonna say,
July,
yeah,
August,
I could see them.
September, October, November, maybe.
It could, because if they're shooting in March, like unless they want to release it in the spring next year, it makes no sense.
No,
It's like certain movies, like they just
Like
sit
they're
on
not-
forever. It's just like
Like, would they wait a year and a half to release it?
The
Yeah.
Flash was done filming in like fucking 2019, and then it came out like years later. It's I don't know, who knows.
honestly, if Thanksgiving came out midsummer, I would even be like, yeah, like it has to be the right tone.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Robert Eggers, for some reason, like really just wants to release his movies around Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
What the
doing
fuck's up with that?
He's doing a werewolf movie in Christmas too, and it
Yeah.
yeah,
did you
why
see what he
not?
said?
It's got to be better than the last werewolf movie that came out a couple weeks ago, where the entire movie is a transformation movie, and he looks like one of the Hills Have Eyes ogres. It's not a werewolf.
I see the vision, though. I see
Yeah.
the vision.
Yeah, I want to see the werewolf. That's what I want. The one
I know, but the thing
my
is, we've
dog
had
man.
a lot of movies about werewolves.
You sound like the Resident Evil guys.
No,
You son of a bitch.
no, but like it's different because Resident Evil, we haven't got a legit adaptation. We have gotten the werewolf adaptation, so I think it's cool to think that it's more
that's
like
true.
the man inside is becoming the wolf.
Do you think? What do you think? Robert Edgar's, Edgar, whatever his name is, what will he do for his werewolf movie?
Well, it's a 13th century period piece.
Ooh,
And
that was cool. Actually,
it was specifically called like, so like, based off all of his movies, the what would you call it?
Willem Dafoe's
The
gonna be-
dialogue and everything. Yeah, he's probably gonna be the dialogue and everything
That's funny.
is
actually.
going to be very of that time, and it's going to be I don't know where the location is going to be.
Well, I really hope so for us. I really hope it's not in the old English, and then they're just like, "Yeah, we're gonna get in the fucking car."
Like, because like what was he saying about Nosferatu? Like the way they talked. Although, actually, I never got a full explanation on that. Because didn't they talk like with German? No, it wasn't with German accents. It was supposed to be with a German accent.
No, but they talked
they're
with
in
like
Germany.
Victorian English.
Yeah, but like if they're going back that far, like they would have to set it obviously in Europe. Like
It's funny that Willem Dafoe's a guaranteed character. Do you think he's gonna be a main character?
Yes.
Well, he looks like a werewolf. Will he become a werewolf?
No, he won't be the werewolf. He's
Man,
too old.
I saw Willem Dafoe in
He's the old werewolf.
another Nosferatu movie.
Really?
And, like, that came out around
Didn't he
2000.
play Orlok, one of them.
I think he played maybe it was Orlok or maybe it was the mortgage guy or whatever, the banker.
Oh yeah, his little stool.
But if you actually see what he looks like, holy man, he actually looks a lot like the banker from or whatever the guy is from the original movie.
Shadow of the Vampire.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. 2000 came out. I guess that's Willem Dafoe right there. Probably.
Look where he played Jesus.
Around the same time he played Green Goblin, which is kind of hilarious.
Just paint him green. Then you got your Green Goblin.
Okay,
Yeah.
so speaking of horniness, because all Robert Eggers
Nosferatu.
movies are just horny as fuck. They're
Yeah.
just all based upon
That
the
is
lust
true.
of needing penis.
The werewolf movie is going to be just like that. What's he doing?
So I went to the pharmacy today. I wanted to tell these boys this because this was a strange. I felt like I was sexually assaulted today. So I went to the pharmacy and I went to go buy some cold medicine, right? So they have the cold medicine in these big plastic containers. Okay? So you have to take it to somebody so they open it so that then you pay for it, then they give it to you. So which is really funny. Like if I really want to steal it, like I can break this fucking thing. like you're just giving me extra steps that probably a lot more fun. It'd be like destroying a couch. Just hit it with a hammer. Okay, but
Yeah.
so I have this big thing, and I'm like looking at the bottom, and it's like has a little latch, and then this like late 40-year-old woman is
Yeah.
peeking through like the thing because she's behind the counter. And then
Okay.
this is what she said to me. Look at me. I want you to look at me because this is what she said to me.
Wait, what? Hold on. I don't think I'm imagining this right. You were in an aisle. You took like a book off
No.
a shelf, basically, and on the other side was a woman looking at you.
Well,
And
actually,
she was
kind of.
like-
But it was
That's kind of
where the cold medicine was. It was in the front, like right where like the pharmacist would be behind.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
was. So she was behind it, and so she did peek through. But it wasn't like I wasn't in an aisle. And all of a sudden, she's
okay.
right behind. So I grab it. I'm like looking at it, and then she looked at me, and this is what she said verbatim. She looks
What?
at me.
What did she say? The suspense.
She looked at me and she said,
What?
Oh, I thought
You said
I thought you said, like,
bitch.
I'm having trouble because it's so funny. She looked at me through the crack
Okay.
and she said, "You need." She said, "You need a hand opening that beast."
Jesus.
Whoa,
Wait, is
that's
she calling you the beast?
No, I wish.
comma beast.
There's more to it. She looked at me
Yeah.
and she said, "You need help opening that beast?"
Oh my god.
Oh wait, how did she say it? I'm gonna butcher the second part, but it was along the lines of this: "Do you need help opening that beast? Because I got hands that can do the job."
Oh my god. What? I don't know about that.
And I was like,
Oh my god. That's.
I was like, I'm being sexually assaulted at the pharmacy.
Wow.
But who phrases it like that? It's
That
the big
sounds
black.
strange.
You need help opening that beast.
These hands I've got.
Because I got the hands that can do the job. I'm like, this is way too sexually charged for noon. it's exactly noon, and you're talking about opening me up like a beast. No, she's not. She's talking about manhandling my beast.
Wait, what is she saying about your hands by saying that though?
Well, that's true. What is she saying about your hands? Did she look at your hands and was like, well, he's the guy's obviously gonna need my hands.
No, you motherfucker. She's saying she's got more. She's saying she knows how to do it. She's got the skills.
Oh, skill.
I don't have the skills. I don't know it. I don't work there. She's got the hands.
Beast. That's a compliment in my book. Imagine this a cashier, like, here's your change, beast. It's like, oh, fuck. I would be confused, honestly. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Start making the MGM lion roar.
Holy just roar.
I was not expecting, like, can you, out of all the things that could have been said, do you need help opening that beast? Would have never thought in a million years. If somebody said to me, you know what this pharmacist said to me about this big plastic container? Would have never gotten there in my life.
And she revealed herself once you grabbed the thing.
Yes.
Like you grabbed the product away and then her face was right there.
Well, it was kind of like that. It was, I grabbed it and I was looking at it and then I noticed that it had this little like push thing at the bottom.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I heard her and I looked and then there she was.
Oh, okay. So did she work there? Or was she a stranger?
Yes, she was I said she was behind the farm. Oh, actually, I really hope so.
But you said she was beside you.
No, I said what happened. Okay, so you know,
she was.
You've been
so
to a pharmacist.
Your angle,
right?
it was like here.
You've been to a pharmacy, right?
Yeah.
So you know where you drop off prescriptions, pick them up. There's like a big counter.
Yeah.
So she was behind it.
I see, and you were just angled. Yeah.
So I like grabbed it and I turned this way, and I was looking at it. And then she appeared.
Was it a box? Was it a bottle? Like, what
it was
it?
It was like imagine. Okay, so it's got a plastic square base.
Pack of condoms.
It's got a plastic square base, right?
Yeah.
And then the cold medicine was in it.
Oh, okay.
And then it was a big glass container like this, like a big rectangle, like a prismic rectangle.
Okay. Man, this went from a box to like a weird pyramid in my head. But okay, yeah, I think I get it. Did she look like this?
No, she looked like that picture I've been sending of that woman from Nosferatu.
Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Depp or some shit.
That's my two new favorite memes now is that, and then the Trump one with the thick.
Oh yeah, he was making like the weird face.
Holy fuck.
It's pretty good.
So she almost 2-on-1'd my fucking. It sounded like she wanted to 2-on-1 my penis. Speaking of 2-on-1,
did you talk about your hands after? Like,
no, I was intimidated and scared. I was like,
this is too early. I'm still groggy.
Like I just got a massage and now she's on. Like I just got a massage, then walked over to the pharmacist. And who would have thought that the pharmacist offered me the happy ending?
My hands, these hands here, or beasts, or whatever.
No, I'm the beast.
I've got the beast hands. Let me open that for you.
But speaking of 2-on-1s, so this is hilarious. Okay, so MMA fighting, right?
Yes.
Now what happened is that there's weight classes.
Oh,
now what happened was in Russia, a fighter missed weight, so he was overweight. So instead of canceling the fight or getting a new opponent, it was a lower promotion, right? And they were like, well, the show must go on. So the fighter agreed to take a pay cut, and he also agreed to fight the fighter that he was originally supposed to fight, and also his 60-year-old dad.
Wait, what? Oh, no. That's a bad trend that Jake Paul started. Fighting older people. Just why?
Jake Paul.
No, but okay. I don't... In the movies, right? 2-on-1 is feasible. In real fight, it's very unlikely that you'll win. And plus, his dad was trained MMA. I'm pretty sure too. So they whooped that fucking guy's ass. Now you imagine you're like wrestling with somebody and you got him on the floor. Like MMA is like very technical, right? So even if you get the other guy on the floor, now the other guy's punching you in the face. That guy got his fucking ass kicked by that 60-year-old man and his opponent. It was fucking hilarious. And that shit can even happen. Can you pull it up?
That's crazy.
Write in MMA fighter 60-year-old dad. Probably find it.
So, and here's them fighting. And as you can see, it's an absolute
holy shit.
Yeah, they're oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's just embarrassing to watch. What do they do?
That's so stupid. Holy fuck.
That's so
fucked up.
Oh my
holy
god.
shit.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for him for sure. Wow.
He just beat the shit out of his son.
Yeah, I know. No mercy. He was talking shit, I guess.
Wait, his son?
Didn't you say that was his dad?
No, he fought with his dad.
Oh. I thought. Okay,
Wait, so you thought for no reason that dad fought with his opponent?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. Okay, never mind. That makes so much more sense. I was like, I don't know, maybe they're just that tough over there. Like, you know.
Why would his dad ever agree to that? You fucking fight against me, Dad.
Here I thought something completely different as well, but that story makes more sense.
What the fuck did you think?
I thought he was like, okay, he misweighed. So he had to fight like either a really big guy, a really small guy, and his dad. So it's just, I don't know.
What did you both thought he was fighting his dad?
I thought it was just a weird
his dad was like, let's fucking go. Maybe he was a badass. I don't know.
Well, he was. They won.
That's true. If you actually watch it, holy fuck.
So if you ever want to see, if anybody ever says, hey, we'll fight you 2-on-1 with my 60-year-old dad, then don't do it. You'll get your ass kicked by a 60-year-old dad. It's all back to The Simpsons. So I was listening to the Sopranos podcast, right?
Oh,
they had their podcast where they talk about each episode. Now the funniest thing, okay, is like people come on there and they always talk shit about Robert De Niro. Suppose he's not a good guy, but then I'm like, okay, maybe he's not a good guy, but the amount of people who come on there, and this was before the allegations, that talk about P. Diddy in a positive light, I'm like, well, I'm like,
really?
no, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah,
they're like, P. Diddy, great guy, met him, amazing person, great parties. No, but like they just talk about how he's a great guy, very nice, generous, and I'm like,
I don't know, man.
We're like, we met P. Diddy. He took care of us, and I'm like, he took care of some other things too.
He probably gave you lots of drugs as well.
But see, this is what I also want to talk about, because I don't also believe in damning somebody right away, because as I've met people in my life, and I've also found out that they have done terrible things, and it's like, you don't really know a person unless they show you that side. Yeah, so you can have interactions with people. People might have even went to a Diddy party where nothing happened.
Yeah, that's whenever I don't know, if one of you always mentions that like, even though Kevin Hart
to a Diddy party.
Yeah, a Diddy party you went to. No, like that Kevin Hart was also at a Diddy party.
Oh,
there's that picture of him or video. And he's like shirtless at a kitchen table. Looks a little strange, but let's not burn him at the stake just yet,
because like Hollywood has a lot to do with who you know and networking. So you meet people, you go to their parties. Like, these people probably go to a fucking shit ton of parties and try to make connections and shit like that. So it's like, probably most of Hollywood attended a party at another person's house and got invited to P. Diddy's place, because like, if there was a party going, you would go and you try to network and make things and rub elbows and shit like that.
To go through like Diddy's party.
So it's like, when people are like, release the Diddy party lists or whatever, it's like, there could be people on there that just went to a party.
Yeah.
Or like even left, and it's like, never saw shit.
Now, if they went to many parties, then I'm gonna go a little suspicious.
If there was
one,
like,
and he's like, this is fucked up, then okay. But if there's like 5 parties you went to,
I want a list of the people who went to parties with a low amount of people.
Yeah,
like if there was
true.
a bigger party, I can see it being more tame. But if there was a smaller party, that's where I feel like the fucked up shit would happen.
I always heard that. Well, I was there.
You were there.
No, I always heard that like
Spider-Man.
That like it was like there would be a lot of people at those parties. Like almost everyone would be at those parties. But it was like those parties would be outside. But like when you went inside, it was different, and it was like later in the night or something.
Oh, like after
that.
parties or some shit.
Yeah, but a lot of people that were like at these parties never actually went inside or anything. So these people are being associated with him, but they were never like obviously involved in crazy shit. I feel like it's going to be bigger than the Johnny Depp stuff for a couple years ago.
Oh, like
that trial.
Oh, and you know what? Yeah, if it's a public thing, I don't know if they would.
Oh yeah, I don't know
like,
if it'll be public.
Some aspects about it, maybe.
Here's a real thing. Do you think he's going to be gone before the trial?
Oh,
I don't think so. I don't know.
Because like Epstein was gone.
They're watching him closely. I think if he's like removed, let's say, there's gonna be like riots. Like, I don't know. Everybody knows about this shit, and that's gonna be the most suspicious thing ever. They can't keep doing that.
I think everyone knew about Epstein stuff too, but
that was like one of the second time, because there's another one. But
because one of the things
Again?
is just that the people who were at these parties were very powerful.
yeah,
And like people who were like had money, and money can get you anything, and it can for surely kill somebody in jail
yeah,
if you don't want it to get out.
yeah,
Now the thing with Diddy is that technically he did do bad shit,
mhm.
but he has shit on other people,
Yep.
which could get him plea deals because he could take down others.
that's what I'm wondering with this whole thing. If it's gonna go that way, if somehow, like, I'm not honestly, I feel like he's gonna somehow be allowed out. That's how I feel this is gonna go.
I think
know about-
reduced sentence for sure. I don't think
Or-
he'll be
well,
like
yeah.
walk free, but I think
Okay.
he might get 1 or 2 years because he might rat out on a bunch of other people.
yeah,
Because that's what they do with the mob. It's like our people, they say, okay, you give us information, we'll reduce your sentence.
yeah.
There's been people who've like killed so many people, like mobsters that get like
I know
7 or
yeah.
8 years. They'll walk out after.
I've seen like
And I'm like, what the
documentaries
fuck?
where they're the ones talking about their experience, and like they've murdered people.
I know, it's like-
They're murderers. They're just
well,
free.
like Al Capone, he did so much shit, and like he was out after about that many years. I'm pretty sure he didn't serve that much time at all.
Yeah, but see, oh yeah, I really yelled that. Al Capone, like that was a dumb. That was like he got arrested because liquor was illegal. Like honestly, once it became once it became legal, like let him out. Like what the fuck? Like all those people who got arrested for like selling liquor during prohibition, once it became legal, let him out. Just like the people who are arrested for fucking marijuana charges right now.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes
Let him
sense.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Exactly.
Fuck, I'm starving.
Well, like,
I'm a one.
just looking at us.
Spider-Man.
You're like,
Which you know what, smoking joints, I might kind of like. No, it's a different type of high. But
It's a
Oh,
quicker, like
like
bigger
you'd-
punch?
Like I just because the other weekend I was like,
you guys see
oh,
my
you know,
cool lighter?
yeah,
I
like
did.
Invisible lighter.
with the other weekend I was like, oh, whatever. I figured maybe
Just
I'll
insane.
just be all like chill and
Random.
whatever.
I won't even show a video. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just be all chill and whatever. And then, because I haven't really smoked joints in a while, because it doesn't really do anything ever. So I was like, oh, whatever. But then,
But then
I
it
feel
was
like
really
10
hit you?
minutes later, I just realized that I was cooking a pizza pop for about 10 minutes. But it was only 2 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I'm starting to fucking feel it.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
really funny because you were like, Brandon's been gone for like an hour. And he was just sitting at the table eating cereal. And then you left to do a
What?
pizza pop. Well, that's a weird way to put it. So like make a pizza pop. And then you're like, holy fuck, I've been cooking this forever. Then you came back and then you're like, holy fuck, I was gone for a long time. And then we look at the time. Like after that, after you watch some Simpsons, and then only an hour passed.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
And we're like, what the fuck?
I just remember seeing you eating a burger. And then I was like watching Simpsons. And then you're eating cereal.
Eating cereal
I
at
was
3
like,
in the
what is
morning.
going- Yeah, this was all like 3 in the morning.
3, 4 in the morning.
Okay, I will say the thing was I was pretty high at that time.
Okay.
And
okay.
I ate a Junior's spicy burger.
How
and
was
like,
it?
let me tell you something when you're high. It takes a while for spice to kick in. So I ate like 3/4 of the burger and didn't feel
Ooh.
anything. And then it all hit me at once. And I was fucking.
Really? It's real spicy. You know what? It's that burger is more spicy than the Popeyes chicken spicy chicken.
Wait, did you have one?
I've had all these. There's a reason. There's a reason. That burger's great. Popeye's chicken, not even spicy to me anymore. Work
Oh my-
harder.
I haven't tried the Junior's one, but that Popeyes one's fucking crazy.
Oh, you know what? There's spicy chicken. That's good. That's real spicy. Like Popeye's a spicy chicken burger.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
talk about food.
I know.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're just getting like
See,
really.
Can you tell that I'm hungry right now?
Also, I need to buy a pair of jeans after this. And it's work jeans. So I'm going to a thrift store, baby.
Oh,
Always buy work jeans through thrift store because I always rot out the crotch. Holy fuck! I just got radioactive fucking stank crotch. No, like like rubbing here, right?
Like, wait, you're like, obviously,
not
your
my
legs.
hand. I'm talking about my thighs rubbing together.
It's like it's like worn out. I gotta get new jeans. Thrift store. Yeah. Whoa.
I've been rubbing the shit out of my
Yeah.
Anyways.
So you're getting jeans at a thrift store. Yeah, no, that's where you want to get clothes. That's exactly where I should get clothes too. For like reinforced jeans. Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for this episode. Episode 82. What an episode. What an episode. What an episode. Say it
That
3
was a lot
times.
of fun. Next week we'll be talking about what happened this week.
Brandon will be here and we'll be hungover.
Very observant.
Exactly.
Next week we'll be talking about more stuff.
That's
Thanks
right.
everybody for coming.
John Oz Film Tyrant on
No,
YouTube.
no.
Mini Minds.
Catch you later. Big Budge, twitch.tv/Big Budge, twitch.tv/John Odds, Film Tyrant,
Bobbity
John
over
Odds YouTube channel, Movie IO, Bobbity188 on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bobbity188. Find us there.
Now we're bampity
Bam,
bump.
dap.
Man, I'm working on a Film Tyrant video right now.
Okay, what are you
It's
doing?
nearly finished. I'm excited about it. I got to work on the sound effects. The
You
fucking-
working
the
it?
background music. Oh, it'll be good. So
What's
we'll
it
be all
about?
eating later. Nah, it's just about some random bullshit. It's a lot of fun though.
It's you in the shower.
Me ranting.
From the music and sound.
It's your weight gain journey.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, that's actually a funny idea for a skit. Just like take old pictures of yourself from a couple years ago, and as you gain weight, just like, yeah, my weight gain journey.
Sad,
was so great.
depressing music.
Or losing weight, just reverse it. Reverse it, but you're visibly like your beard is like gone. It's like you when you're 10, like you're losing weight. It's like,
Yeah, that'd be funny. You just take pictures of you in reverse,
yeah,
and then it's like you're behind the camera, like
yeah, right.
you're at your weight. You're like, well,
Yeah,
oh, I don't know what I'm saying about that. You're at your weight. At your weight?